Yo, X, I told you I got you, nigga. Yeah. This is what we do. Yeah. Round one. Four corners. Yeah, jab, jab. Four corners. Left hook, uppercut. Four corners. Fuckers up. Come and step inside of the ring. It's four corners. Never lazy, tell you shit could get crazy. It's four corners. Illuminate the squares in your circle. It's four corners. Like it's wavy, about to blow up the mark. It's four corners. Come and step inside of the ring. It's four corners. Never lazy, tell you shit could get crazy. It's four corners. Illuminate the squares in your circle. It's four corners. Like it's wavy, about to blow up the mark. It's four corners.
First up, I'm heavy ready to block. Fuck if you with it or not. I know they feel it's like when Trinidad box. Let's go to war, Mickey versus Gotti. Toe to toe up in your ring, and every blow I bring, I see it wakens up your body. Cause a nigga fucking scheming. Dog with no muzzle, out he shuffle, look he fucking dream.
Y'all know what it is and who it is. It's your boy Fight Night Dex, Four Corners Boxing. This is 12 rounds of boxing, and I'm here alongside my co-host. You know the team, man. Uno, you know. Big Mo, the heavyweight champ. Fight Night Sean, the maniac. This is what we do, because behind the lens is 40 Central, James and Just doing what they do right there.
Yo.
What's going on, fellas?
My brother. Across the land.
Yo. What's up, man?
Oh, no.
Shake hands, shake touch gloves. Touch gloves.
I want a clean fight. Omar, come in. I spoke to you in the dressing room. Omar, come in.
This is the week, man, where we're gonna touch gloves. Team Crawford, Team Spence. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know where it's going down. Y'all know where we gonna be at. Please join us this weekend. We going to turn it up once again, third event of the year, and it's big fight after big fight. Let's keep getting big fights so we can keep rocking out and turning it up, man. Four Corners family, we bring you the event.
While we jump on that, congratulations.
Yeah,
to my brother.
Congratulations, man.
Gents was blessed. Him and his wife was blessed with a baby girl.
Baby Sophie.
Sis, hope you all well. Recovery.
And it happened in time so you can be there at the fight.
Yeah. The boxing gods are great.
Yeah. What are you doing? Yes.
Word, that's what's up.
Blessings to the family, Sean. Blessings to the
I
family.
appreciate that, man. I appreciate
We
that.
got a fight night baby on deck, you heard?
Another one on the can.
Another one.
Another one on the
Baby
can.
Capri.
Baby Capri.
You know what I mean?
Two-time champ, German division.
You know what I
She
mean?
gonna defend her title division.
The
Two-time champ, German division. She going for undisputed in December. You know what I mean?
The crawling division.
The crawling division.
You know what I mean?
She going for
Crawling division.
undisputed pacifiers.
Yeah.
Y'all see a shout out to the WBC, man. They keep making this fine joint,
Shout out all
man.
the children.
Nancy Rodriguez at the WBC.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to
Yes,
you
sir.
always taking care of Fight Night X and Four Corners every time we place an order. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
Fellas.
Yes.
Man.
Wow, this has been the fight we've been waiting for. I mean, it's just like pound for pound championships on the line, best fighters against the best fighters. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is looking good. Y'all can't say nothing, man. Y'all can't say
Let's give it up for boxing,
You know
man.
this how you ain't heard nothing of
MMA bench.
UFC, they ain't been talking
no.
no shit lately. I ain't seen it too much.
They still delivering on their end,
No,
but
they still do their thing,
They
but
still
you
doing
ain't
their
seen
thing.
we
it.
are boxing.
Ain't no more
You don't
chirping.
hear the...
And then there's MMA.
Thank you.
No, I mean they.
Wait.
Yeah, that's a little too close.
No, I mean, a little trajectory, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But we, you know, anyway,
Yo.
you know what we do.
This yesterday morning, something new for you fight fans. If you're really about that fight life, then you was doing what we was doing.
Yeah.
We hardly slept. I hardly slept. You know what I'm saying? I came in, I took a power nap and jumped right back up. Boom. ESPN, top-ranked boxing, Inoue, Fulton, Inoue, fellas.
Live from Japan.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Tokyo.
Team
Talk
USA
about it.
over here going down to Japan, you heard?
Definitely.
Oh, man.
Yo, can I just say something though? Shout out to Japan.
Shout out
They clap.
They
They're very respectful about it. Even when they announced Fulton, they clapped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
They were
clapped
extra
over
quiet
there.
during the fight. Like you could hear
They're quiet during the
coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Like no phones is out over there.
It felt like it
You
was
know,
like that.
ain't no Instagram and
No
going
weed
on.
in the air.
Yeah, they just sitting there. You can picture them sitting there like this.
No fighting in the crowd.
You know,
While the
like
fight is
just
going
sitting there
on.
like this the whole time.
Clapping.
But shout out to the crowd over there. You know what I'm saying? That was a good crowd. It wasn't as hostile.
It's a packed
maybe.
crowd every
Correct.
time Inoue's in the building.
Of
Every
course, it
time
should be.
Inoue is
That's what
headlining.
it's doing.
It
It should be.
I wonder if we can get Inoue back to USA the way that he's doing numbers over there. I mean, Fulton took
He
the
has the
trip.
ambition. He has the ambition for it.
Listen,
He has the ambition
he's
for it.
wanting to do
Who
that.
do you get for him? Well, listen, we're gonna put this
start,
on, man.
yeah.
Let's get this on and rocking. Who was last week? Who was first last week? Excuse
Last
me.
week was Uno.
Uno started the show.
Starting off with Maniac.
We're gonna start with the Maniac.
Yeah.
It's gonna swing over to the Maniac, ladies and gentlemen,
It's
boys
about to
and
get
girls.
spicy.
Inoue, Fulton, Maniac. Let me give you a 60-second clock on this and go.
Man. You already know, man. I did the video after. And what we saw, man, was an A1 performance from an A1 fighter. And usually I'm animated. Bro, this one, I just gotta be chill, man. Cause this was, it's not how he beat Fulton, guys. It's the type of fighter he beat in that fashion. He made Fulton, right? For the people who don't really watch boxing, they think he's a bum. Oh, he's a bum. He's overrated. Bro, this is a fighter that was about to reach top 10. Pound for pound list for most people.
Took 9 zeros from
He
undefeated.
took 9. He was the cherry popper. What Inoue did to him, man, it was like Freddy Krueger ugly, right?
That's my man's too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Freddie.
Chainsaw Massacre ugly. Like those ugly characters, that's what it reminded me of a horror movie. Like,
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Cover your eyes.
Excuse the language. But the point is this, guys. Inoue, to me, after what I saw yesterday, regardless what happens this Saturday, again, my opinion, is the best fighter in the world. Because this guy, he is destruction. He's something you do not want to face. He's something that fighters are gonna go in that ring and already lose before they step in that ring mentally. And before I even go a little bit
I've
more,
been seeing that with quite
I want
a
to
few
say,
already.
but I want to say,
Tyson
though,
effect.
I need to give Fulton his respect.
10 seconds.
And this is why. I'm gonna end it with Fulton. Unified champ. Went to hostile territory to fight one of the most dangerous fighters. He didn't have to do that, guys. So no one can shit on Cool Boy.
Yep.
Regardless, in the way, ay. Coño. Yeah, Spanish. You gotta be speaking Spanish. He's coming, bro. He's knocking on doors, and trust me, nobody's gonna answer.
You gonna let through the peacock?
No,
I'm
bro.
gonna ask him.
Nobody's home.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not speaking that.
He's now 25-0 with 22 knockouts. Just captured his 4th division title, and he's looking to be undisputed in his 2nd division.
In a row.
Uno, you know, talk your shit.
Yo.
Inoue, Fulton.
It's crazy.
Fulton, Inoue, excuse
Yeah, I'm
me.
starting Fulton, man. Shout out to Fulton.
Yeah.
Like Maniac said, he went over there and he chased greatness. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta do.
Absolutely.
Got to and ain't afraid to let it go.
Yeah, and he's definitely gonna be able to bounce back from that because hopefully because that's a lesson that you take with you.
Right.
That's a like you said, A1 fighter, top class, elite. So hopefully he goes back to the drawing board, builds from that fight, and he'll be back on top. But the Inoue guy, man, this is like real life anime. Yeah, this is real life anime. This is, the dude fights flat-footed, but
Look like a little
springs
Trunks.
forward like he's on his toes.
Yes.
He don't bounce around. Like the dude is.
He runs.
Yo, it's crazy.
He running.
It's
running,
ridiculous.
punching.
He
Running
does it
and
from
throwing
a-
punches.
From a flat-footed position to be able to just, now I'm doing this. He got some, he does the Loma, he steps around very well. His footwork is
Changes
crazy.
Great footwork, yeah.
Footwork
Great
is
angles.
crazy.
Cuts off the ring.
Cuts off the ring. And like you said, destruction, man. Like
He has no weakness.
the
bro.
finish, the finishing, the ability.
Yeah.
He didn't look startled at no point in time. Like it didn't bother him at all. And again, we gotta understand he went up
Yeah.
to another weight class.
They didn't
His
look-
first fight up.
Look big. They didn't look too
Yeah.
much different.
Yeah. His first fight up fights Fulton, the
best
big
fighter.
dog at that division.
That's
That
how you-
division,
that's how you
right.
do it.
And Vince washed him. And, you know what I mean? I don't know. As far as who's the other contender? The other two belts.
Marlon Sapalis.
Marlon.
Yeah.
Marlon got the
Filipino.
I'm
WBA
just saying.
and the
I'm just saying.
IBF.
If it was,
He said he wanted.
if he
10
made
seconds.
Steve, if he made Cool Boy look like that, I don't see any way that he's gonna be undisputed again by the end of the year. Two weight classes in a row.
Yeah.
Anyway, the monster.
Yeah, that fight is probably gonna happen.
Inoue, he's 30 years old
He said
right
he wanted
now.
right back. That's what he said.
He's in his prime.
So
He's
looking at
30
like-
years old. He didn't take no punishment. He could fight next week.
That fight happened in October.
Honestly,
Fight next week.
He wanted right back.
September, October.
Got to.
Mo.
Oh, bug.
Fulton was a little gun shy in my opinion. Again, I'm not here to take anything away from him.
Correct.
This is what you do. Feel me? You go up against the best.
Yeah.
You go into hostile territory.
Yeah.
You defend your crown, ninja, all around the world. The GOAT
Jay
used to do it.
complained
Ali
either.
used to do it all the time. You hear me?
I ain't hear no complaints.
I ain't hear no complaints. You heard?
Took his loss like a man.
Yeah, good. And that's
He was
why
trying time on this.
that's why we
Let me
respect
set
that's why
you
we
out.
respect
Hold
those
on.
fighters, because any real fan of the sport knows why he did. Not every fighter does. And him losing, even in the fashion he did, you gotta salute him, bro.
Exactly.
Because if he wanted to, he could have said, nah, you gotta come
He
here.
didn't have to do this.
He didn't
have to do this. But also recall, there was a nice the
yeah,
money
yeah.
for his
yeah,
division
yeah,
in this
yeah.
situation was down there. He got paid. That's what everybody talks about, the bag, right? Well, they paid. He paid like they
A-class
went.
bag.
That's what it is, man.
A-class lesson.
That's what it's about.
Talk to me, what you saw there, man. Inoue Fulton, you was like Inoue's name on the records ain't this, Inoue
Listen,
name on the
yo,
records
man,
ain't that.
what's
You know what I'm
going
saying?
Start it up.
Start it up.
First and foremost, I'm a man about mine. I'm gonna stand on my square. I talked a lot of smack in the last week. Behind the scenes, I talk about Inoue that he's a good fighter. I just felt that he wasn't challenged yet until he got to Cool Boy. I thought this was gonna be the person that challenged him, and we could see, is he really the goods, or is he just really fighting tomato cans all the way coming up? Well, let me tell you, he's the monster for a reason. What's the monster that King Kong? I mean, that King Kong fought? Yo, that's Inoue right now.
Yeah,
He's a
that's my
three-headed
shit.
monster, spitting out the
Godzilla.
flames and all that.
Yeah, I fuck with Godzilla.
Japan, y'all better put out an Amber Alert because he's taking over the city, taking over the country.
No, he runs shit. He runs shit down there.
Respect. First of all, let me get to Cool Boy. I'm gonna start with Cool Boy first. People. Stop disrespecting these fighters. They take one loss. You look at the history books and all the Hall of
Told you he was
Famers.
a bum.
There is very rare Hall of Famers besides Floyd Mayweather that have been in the Hall of Fame that has a 0. All great fighters took losses. It's not how you lose, it's how you bounce back.
Correct.
Tommy Hitman Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Hagler, Duran, Tyson,
Name 'em.
Holyfield, Lennox Lewis,
it's also
the
who you lose
Klitschko's. Come on.
It's also who you lose to.
Who you lose
chase
to?
greatness, you lose
At
to
the-
greatness.
At the end of the day, much shout out to Cool Boy Steph.
Word.
Much shout out to West Philly. Y'all got a champion. Cool Boy, you my guy. I'm rocking what you. Can't wait to see you get back in the ring. It's a minor setback for a major comeback. You challenged one of the top guys in the world. Not the divisions, the world. He's arguably one of the top 10 pound for pound fighters in the
Cool
world.
Boy was number
No
one
argument.
in
And
his
you,
division.
and you being number one, you're the champ. You're the A side. You're gonna make all the stipulations and say, I'm gonna stay here in the US. You fight on my terms. No, you want it to be great. You did it to get the fan base up, to get your popularity up, to get your money up. Respect to you. Now let's go back to Inoue.
Yeah.
Shout out to Inoue.
Yeah.
Footwork,
Aye.
phenomenal. Hand speed,
Aye.
phenomenal. Ring IQ,
Aye.
phenomenal.
Different.
And one thing he got, a killer instinct.
Aye.
Assassin's Creed headshot. That's all he made.
Naruto.
Like that's it.
look like
And
Naruto. What's that?
a lot of us arguably could say the hand wrap situation, the stacking. Some say it's legal. It's illegal. Some countries it's legal. Some states it's illegal. They said he did a regular hand stack. He did a regular wrapping, and he still handled business. Listen, I don't know what y'all putting in that food over there for him. That boy eating all
10
his
seconds.
vegetables, his sushis, his sashimi. But shout out to Inoue and his team. Japan, you got another one. And I see you, Uncle Bob. I seen you hugging them on there.
Yeah,
you got a Pacquiao 2.0 over there. I seen you. You happy.
That's the Bob father.
Listen.
Uncle Al is Uncle. Unc is Al, man. That's Unc is
great
Al.
night of boxing.
Bob father.
Well, I can't even say night. Great morning of boxing. It started the week off. I'm excited, man. But listen, cool boy, do your thing. Anyway, you did your thing, and I can't wait to see what happens with the both of you guys here on out in the future, man. Period.
All right, we got that out the way. Everybody went past 60 seconds.
It was one of those moments, man.
Oh, no. It has to be. It has to be. But what's next, Sean? What's next for Inoue? What do you want next? Aside, I mean, Marlon Taplas is next. It should be. But can this guy go to 130? Can he go to 126? Can he go to 130? Like, he just called him Bob's new Pacquiao, man. Division chases.
They saying the 2.0
Division
Pacquiao.
chases. Just like Dream Chasers, it's division chases.
Yeah. So based on what we saw yesterday, there's only a handful of fighters in history that could just go up and just cook dudes. And Inoue possesses that. He's possessed. Get a priest.
He's only 30 years old right now. He's in his prime.
Look, Tapales, I respect you for going in the ring. That's the only time it's gonna be nice to you. Because the next time you in the ring with him,
He's taking them belts.
you ain't counting shit.
He's taking them belts.
Ali posters.
You gonna be, yeah.
Ali,
Yeah.
when he fought, listen.
You know he ain't.
Good
You know
floor.
Mo. You know
Play
about
good.
the counting sheep. Now he gonna be getting carried by angels.
He's gonna be carried by
Spirit.
angels. Yeah.
In the way, just unify, get that back-to-back
10
unification,
seconds.
and 126. There's some good fighters there, but honestly, to me, skip that and go right to 130. Give me Navarrete Valdez winner for him at 130.
Whoa, you
Bring
threw
it-
that,
bring
you
it
threw
in.
that Hail Mary? You threw that, what we doing, John Elway? Whoa.
That's that newborn energy.
You put that
Finish
shot
That's that
on.
newborn
That was that.
newborn energy. Look,
Listen, see,
I ain't got no
that
time
fresh
to waste.
pink, he got nothing.
You heard?
More belts than Saks Fifth. You heard?
Yo, this is what we do. Whoa, bro, that was a good one because honestly, I was thinking after watching the shit and they like Robesi, we gonna get the Robesi. He was on the undercard. He's 126 champ, WBO. They like that's an easy fight to make. I was like, yo, Navarrete, I think it's the only one that's gonna be able to go at it with him.
Yeah.
Navarrete,
Navarrete's a big
and
dude, too.
got nothing to take from
He's a bigger
Valdez. That's a
126.
big fight coming. Navarrete could go.
Yeah, he could go.
Yeah.
He could go. Uno. What
Shot.
what's next for Inoue, man?
You know, I don't know, man. I know the next dude. That's gonna be. I don't know. I mean,
Marlon Taplas.
I don't want to discredit no boxers,
Hold
man.
on,
We don't
hold
do
on.
that up here.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
We
And
just
he
being
has two
realistic,
belts
though.
for a reason.
It's a reason he
But
got
we're
the
talking
strap.
about pound
His
for pound.
record up here.
And majority pound for pound is eye test. Being able to see, dude, the only way you would have to have enough power. That's why Nonito was able, and even with that, he broke his eye socket and still lost.
Nonito,
And
yeah.
drop Nonito on
And he
11.
dropped him in that
Body
same
shot.
shot.
That was like a 15-second count, though.
Yo,
Nonito
yes.
dropped it off for like a minute, you heard?
We're gonna be.
Ref
listen,
saved that one.
But listen, and we know Nonito packs a punch, right?
Yeah, it's a Hall of
definitely.
Famer. He's a Hall of
So
Famer.
we can
coming
sit there
day.
and say, okay, it takes somebody with power,
10
but we
seconds.
seen him fight a good dude with top-notch power. Broke, I don't know, but I like the idea to skip the 126 to 130, and then we have to be because I don't. And even with that, Navarrete might be too slow, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like
He's weird. He's
he
weird.
is weird.
very
like,
awkward.
Yeah, he's definitely. But
He's
that's what I'm
gonna
saying.
have to use his length to keep him away. Because he gets inside in that frame.
Because he's loopy.
Yes.
Navarrete, with his punches a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. He's awkward.
He's not really
he
the.
throws punches from
Yeah.
weird angles.
And this dude, you see how he just.
Yeah.
precise.
Okay.
But there's errors in it.
Mo, at featherweight, I mean, we actually just claimed him as the next undisputed junior featherweight champ, right?
Yeah, this right.
At
They say
featherweight?
what's guaranteeing life?
junior featherweight,
They say the guarantee is life. What? Death, taxes,
taxes.
and in the way unifying one.
Word.
Add that in there.
Throw it in.
At featherweight,
Add
Sean.
that in there.
At featherweight, we got WBO champ Robeisy Ramirez. You got IBF champ Luis Alberto Lopez, who's been smoking cats.
Yeah, I like him.
You got Ray Vargas. He's still WBC
He's tough,
champ. He
man.
tried to go to 130 and
He's tall.
captured another
He might move
division.
up, though. He might move up.
Yeah.
And you got Lee Woods, who's WBA champ. Brandon Figueroa is the interim WBC champ. That was the best fight Fulton was in.
Yeah,
That's the best fight, and we saw how that turned out.
That was a gun shoot.
that was
Fulton.
that was a good fight, but I'm just saying,
Go ahead.
Fulton beat Figueroa. So, anyway, against him,
Styles
All right.
make fights, man. Mexican, like, are the Mexicans who you
All right.
gotta send at him so they can go and shoot it out with him?
so right now we saying
Pacquiao's nemesis.
we saying 122 is pretty much 90% certified. He about to be
97.3.
He's about to be
100%.
90. I'm saying 90 because just because of injury. You know
Where's
what I mean?
Marlon? Marlon's Filipino? Marlon's Filipino, right?
Tomorrow's Thursday, right? That's guaranteed.
That's guaranteed.
Oh,
So, yeah, I ain't gonna count him out because homeboy got to punch his chance. We don't know if he kept anywhere with a good shot and it's
Marlon's
lights
Filipino.
out.
You know they fight as well,
But
man.
I'm not gonna count him out because at the end of the day, he's a two-time champ for a reason. That's like, I'm not gonna call him a bum. Because
don't call nobody no bum.
But from what I've seen,
He's not A
I
class.
don't know if he has the formula to stop Inoue.
10 seconds.
And hold on, y'all cut off about seconds already. I'm like 30 seconds in. I need like 30 more.
Do your
But
thing.
with that being said, I don't see Inoue being stopped at 122. I think he gonna go to 126. I don't see them jumping him to 130. It sounds
There's two
good.
champions at 126 that on top rank
It's-
already.
it's-
Alberto and Ramirez.
That's easy fights. I want to see him against Ramirez after what Ramirez just did. That'd be a good fight because Ramirez is the type of fighter, he's on a killing streak.
Yeah.
And he gonna stand there and he gonna scrap with
10 seconds.
Anyway. So that'd be a good fight. But at the end of the day, 122, 90% sure Inoue will get those belts. He'd be undisputed again. What's that? 3 divisions now? 4 divisions?
That'd be
That'll
fine.
be
This
he'll
will
be
be-
fine. That'll be for 4 divisions.
2 undisputed.
And then 2-time undisputed. Come on, resume. That's
What? 108, 115,
118,
122, and oh yeah,
No, no.
Yeah.
108,
105, 10
15, 18, 22. That's 4.
That's
And then
4.
This will
and
be
he'll
5.
be 2-time
If he goes
undisputed.
to 26.
If he wins that 2-time undisputed
Yeah, 4.
and 2-time unified. Come on, bro. That resume, that's automatic Hall of Fame right there. He
Sure.
can retire right after that, and that's it. His legacy is set for life.
He's good. No, he's good already. It's just what he's going to keep doing now.
I don't see him going up, so
Robeisy Ramirez, Sean.
he's not going past 130 though.
He was on the
stops
undercard. He just said he's on his destruction as well. Acere, que vola. He was letting them shits vola. The uppercut
They
was
ain't let him play.
vola.
They ain't let him play that Cuban anthem. He was really. He had aggression.
He sang it after in the
In the
locker room.
He had some aggression coming out.
Ismael Salas was another
Yeah.
Cuban, one of the best Cuban trainers, one of the best Cuban,
Yeah,
one of the
he's
best
one of
trainers
the
in
best
boxing.
trainers in
But
boxing.
he's represents for Cuba heavy as well.
Heavy.
Cuba 126. He says he wants unifications now as well. Again, Luis Alberto Lopez is right there,
a
and
good
he
fight.
has a good fight coming up. Robeisy Ramirez, Sean, 60
about
seconds
it.
on the
Let's
clock.
talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it. Listen, man, Robeisy Ramirez, Cubanito. Look, man,
El tren.
everybody, we know what's the perception when it comes to these Cuban fighters, right? He came from the Cuban school of boxing. And what is that, guys? They just boxers. Nice footwork, move around. They're going to put you to sleep like a boring movie.
Good fundamentals,
But that's
too.
what it is, great fundamentals. But Robeisy, nah. Like I said,
Different.
he's a NyQuil distributor. He hand out NyQuil. He a Cuban that could beat you boxing, and he on the attack, and he could stop you.
Uppercut.
This dude is easily becoming one of the most fan favorite fighters in these lower weight divisions, man. He's becoming
I like
must-see TV.
I like
he
him.
lost his first fight, his debut, right, as a gold medalist.
They tried to
The
write
dude
him
that
off.
beat Shakur
10
came
seconds.
back, running back, beat him,
Smoke him.
and now he's cooking. His apron is on, his chef hat is on. He is a cooker.
He's sharpening knives every
And
fight.
him and Luis
like that
Alberto,
Cuban food too, man.
him and Luis Alberto Lopez unification, my
That'd be
Jesus,
crazy.
please, give me that.
Uno, you
Trying
know.
to be crazy, yeah.
gonna be a good
Inoue could be undisputed by the end of the year. I don't know if we see Ramirez and Berto by the end of the year.
No.
We should.
Nah, nah,
I mean,
nah.
I would love it.
Because he
Not-
fights in
Lopez,
September,
yeah,
so they're
he's
not
coming
gonna
up.
fight at the end of the year.
He fight August or September?
September.
I think.
Yeah, they'll probably
15.
get
That's a nice card.
September
February,
15th?
maybe.
I think
Does-
Xander's on that card.
Xander's on that card.
That's
Does
That's the one in
It
Arizona.
says 15.
That's the one in Arizona, right?
does Ramirez
that's a big
unify
card.
No, I
with
don't
Berto
know.
Lopez?
Arizona, no.
That's Inoue and
Navarrete.
Give me a second, fellas. Let's get Uno. Let's get Uno in
Do
here.
your thing, brother.
Do we get Ramirez with Berto Lopez, or should he wait for Inoue if Inoue becomes undisputed by the end of the year?
Nah, you don't wait. You don't wait.
Go
Because
get
by the time you fight anyway, you want to be the man in your division anyway. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to wait to fight, you know, because
bring more value to the
Yeah,
negotiations.
And on top of that, it's like you say, he lost his debut, right? And then he's been cooking dudes. He got his belt.
13-1 with 8 knockouts.
And Lopez is right there. So it's not like you ain't got nobody to test yourself against.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he's doing what he's doing because he has nobody to really test his greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I think Robisi, if he gets that in with Lopez, let's say top of the year, March.
Well, either guy could be for the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
It all depends
But
how
it
his
depends on
fight
how Lopez
goes.
fights go.
Robesi got no problem going to Japan. He was just in Japan.
Hey, I
not
know
gonna
he's
play
with
his
it.
anthem.
I know he's with it, but do you want to
10
jump?
seconds.
I don't know if you want to jump into that though, man.
Cool,
That's
Roger.
like jumping into the
Man.
water with the Kraken. You know what I mean? Like,
gonna make
you
it
know
out.
where the arms is coming from.
With no weapon.
Yo, man, listen.
No
listen.
spear, no nothing.
Listen, man, you gotta listen. Go kill a killer whale first. You know what I mean? Go get a
Styles,
Oscar.
Styles make fights. Styles
I
make
hear
fights.
you, but listen, the only thing I want to say against that is that but it don't really matter against that. Like when Floyd and them fight, it's their style. The fight gonna go the way they wanted to go for
Control
the
the
most part.
fight. Cubans are good
So
for that.
I know, but with this is elite. I don't know if that Cuban should. I have a feeling he's gonna take away that boxing, and Cuba's gonna want to brawl, and I don't know if that's the right way to crawl.
What you say, Mo? What you say, Mo? Is the what's more attractive to you right now for Robesi Ramirez, the Berto Lopez unification, saying that Luis is victorious against Joel Gonzalez, or should he go back to Japan and fight Inoue down there, man?
No, don't fall for the bait. Don't go back over there. Don't touch that sushi right now. Leave that alone.
Don't let him
That
come up on you,
That
man.
sushi is tainted. It is tainted. It's gonna give you a virus. You're gonna end up with food poisoning for real, for real. Do your thing. Get the unification. Handle that situation.
Does he beat Lopez?
Don't know. That's a good question.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't
No,
know.
because if not, then Lopez gonna get the Inoue
But
shot.
here's the thing: when you come into the table, right, you want to come with more to present. If I'm coming in and I'm getting unification, that's more bad because I got value. Correct. So at the end of the day, he want to add value, whether it's him or whether it's Lopez, because somebody's gonna end up going towards and fighting.
Somebody gonna have two
eventually.
straps waiting.
Somebody
man.
gonna have to fight eventually anyway.
10 seconds.
So whoever it is, do the unification. It's a smart way. Do business smart. You know what I mean? Don't cut the lunch line. Because you see what happens when certain people cross the lunch line, they get taken to the nurse. They get taken to the nurse office. You know what I'm saying? So handle the business, do the unification, make your value right, and then get that bag, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, gonna be there. He ain't going nowhere no time soon.
And he gonna come see you in a minute.
No,
anyway.
Listen. Cutting the lunch line is what Sean just asked for. Jump 2 divisions, you know that hasn't, not too many been successful with that. Yeah. And you got Charlo jumping 2 divisions right now.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
Sometimes
saying?
they
He
get
has the credentials for it.
I tell you, them dudes at
He has the
126
credentials
won't
for
be
it.
mad. They be like, oh, he's passing us, okay.
They're gonna grab his leg. They're not into the door.
Nah,
They're looking at the peephole.
But check it.
They be like, I hope he ain't knocking on my door. Yes.
I favor,
go down the hallway.
I favor
Knock on
Robesi.
12B.
I favor Robesi in a fight in a unification against Luis Alberto. But Luis Alberto, I guess, he possesses that wild style too, right?
It's like,
Him and Navarrete,
you don't know what you're gonna
Very
get.
familiar.
Both
Very
have
similar.
those.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
unorthodox punches.
Very
It's like
unorthodox.
weird.
But so does the
bare
monster.
knuckling.
So does the monster. He punching from everywhere with speed.
No, but he doing
Yeah,
it
he
with
does.
technique.
with technique. But
You know what I'm saying?
his shots are
So-
coming from
Like
like,
fundamental. No, it's just
just body. He putting the jab like.
It's
yeah,
anime
yeah,
in real
yeah.
life, you know, when they get da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Maybe Lopez could prepare Robesi for such a
That's what I'm
fight.
saying. I think Robesi needs that Lopez fight
Yeah.
to really, you know what I mean? Because he
Get
still
himself
needs,
real prepared for it.
because you have to test, you're gonna have to test yourself against something. And Lopez, like I say, is awkward. It's not so much that, anyways, awkward, but you're gonna have to be prepared for a lot of different.
You gotta go 12 rounds with
You know what I'm saying?
full speed.
I think that'll sharpen him up a little bit.
Yeah.
And depending on how that fight with Lopez goes,
Yeah.
we'll see the anxiousness.
Yeah.
Because
this fight he had in
Yeah.
Japan, that was his first title defense.
Yeah,
Since he got the title.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is
but
what
I like
it
it on
is.
BC.
I like Robesi.
He's good.
I'm liking his mindset. I'm liking where he's at.
He's a dog, man.
Shout out to Wade, his condition coach.
Yeah,
Wade,
yeah.
Wade is another guy that is behind the scenes that has been helping him out, getting him stronger, giving him that killer instinct.
And he looked good. Nah, I mean,
He
he
looked
looked in
good.
shape. He looked in shape. He was throwing a lot of punches. That's another thing with the Cubans. They don't let their hands go.
Yeah.
The boxers, he does.
He
That's
does.
what I'm
He
saying.
don't hesitate.
No, I know.
Reminds me of
he's a nice
Gamboa.
little
Gamboa
distributor.
used to let his hands go.
Yeah, Gamboa.
Gamboa was a killer.
Young
But
Gamboa, early
no,
Gamboa,
like
yeah,
I said,
for
it's
real.
only a handful.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
So Gamboa, but he done. So right now, the Cubans that let their hands go is Morel and Ruiz.
Robesi.
Robesi.
And it looks like Andy Cruz.
Andy might-
We don't know. It's still
Andy
proven.
Cruz, we gonna
Andy
see.
might be. He
Andy
might
Cruz,
be.
we still
He got
Yeah,
we
we
gonna
still got to
see.
see
Few
what
more
he
camps
with Bozy. Few
Yeah.
more camps.
You guys bring up Andy Cruz, man. Who's next? Sean, you up? That was Mo that caught
Yeah,
that
Mo
last
just
round.
won. Yeah, I go.
Yeah, I just
Sean, y'all talking about Andy Cruz.
Yeah.
Just this past Saturday, George Kambosos, Keyshawn Davis, Top Rank. They had a nice little card down in Oklahoma. Who you want to talk about? You want to talk about Kambosos? Or you want to talk about
Let's
Keyshawn?
talk about it.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm gonna go when it goes to Kambosos. I'm dropping the belt. I vacate. You the mandatory. You the man. I don't even want to waste my breath on that. I'm vacating. I'm vacating. You the mandatory.
Mandatory.
I'm giving it to Mo. He the mandatory now. He gonna speak
Got the
Kambosos.
strap.
All right, Mo. Right back to
I'll
you.
speak Keyshawn. I ain't
Ferocious
speaking Kambosos.
George Kambosos and Maxie Hughes. We didn't know Maxie Hughes.
Another one.
Another
What
one.
did we say?
We said,
We didn't know
right?
Maxie Hughes, but check it out. We didn't know George Kambosos. George Kambosos just got beat, not officially, but on our scorecards, he just got beat by the who the fuck is that guy? Remember he got that who the fuck is that guy win over Teofimo Lopez? Maxie
And
Hughes.
We was there too. for that
Maxie
fight.
Hughes on everybody's scorecards should have had that fight, but
Easily.
No, he won.
Easily.
But judges
go
said
ahead.
different.
Give George some love.
This ain't gonna take too long.
Yeah.
Like we said, last week's episode, listen, we said it, we done talked about it. If you're watching how boxing been going, you got these guys that are unknown. Nobody knows about them. Nobody's following them. They might not be in the mainstream. And they're coming out here and they putting out great performances, good fights. It happened with Frank Martin. It happened with Canelo and John Ryder. It happened this week with Maxie Hughes and
Happened
George
with George
Kambosos.
Kambosos the night he won the championships.
So at the end of the day, don't look at people's record. Look at what they're doing. Shout out to Maxie Hughes. I thought it was a great performance. I honestly had it being him winning the fight.
I had a 7-5.
I had him winning the fight. But the judges saw it another way, which that's boxing. You know, you have a lot of BS moments. And that's what happened.
10
His
seconds.
own camp didn't even seem convinced that he won, but he took that win and he ran out the door. But you saw who he ran into. My boy from Newark. That boy with them fast hands at 135. You know, Shakur Stevenson. And yeah, he didn't want that smoke with him. He
Nah,
kept-
Shakur told him, like, nah, I'm not going to waste my time.
Thank
bro.
goodness. Thank you, Jesus.
So, but at the end of the day,
Please.
shout out to Maxie Hughes.
Yes.
He had a great performance.
Yes.
George Kambosos. What I'm saying with this, I don't know what everyone else. And let's talk about it. In the words of my brother, let's talk about it. Since he's fought Teofimo, and then Devin
Back to
Haney,
back.
Twice.
and twice Devin Haney, and now Maxie Hughes. I see and it's crazy to say this, I see he declined. After fighting Haney, his whole skill, whatever he brings to the table, has been declined dramatically. Like that fight against Teofimo, we were there that night. We were in the garden.
That was a gunfight.
We was
bro.
like, yo, this
that
dude,
was a
who is this dude?
fight.
He is in there. He's scrapping. He has a heart of a lion. He lost to Devin Haney the first time. Boom, took his spirit. The second time, he just
lost worse the second time.
Then he just put him in a coffin and read his obituary. Now with Maxie Hughes, it's like he's ghost. Is he even in? He was getting hit with shots, unorthodox shots. Maxie Hughes was very tricky in that fight.
You know what, Mo? Look, I would
IBO,
say
that was
this.
he's the IBO champ on like an 8-fight win streak.
I don't want to talk about the fight, but the problem is with Kambosos, he had his fundamentals and his technique
It's not
is bad.
there.
So if you're a boxer,
He's changed
that's
trainers a few
easy
times too
work.
since.
No,
Let's talk about
it doesn't matter.
I was about to say that.
He's
That's
easy
not- he don't
work.
got the same trainer
If I'm
that
a
he had
boxer,
for the Theo
this is
fight.
why Tio now
He's on to his third.
So
Yeah, that's not
Kambosos is similar to like a pro Grace. If you're not gonna stand in front of them, they not gonna do nothing. They don't know how to cut off the ring. They don't know how to set traps.
No,
They're not about-
Regis a lot better.
Regis
He's
is
better than
He's a lot
Kambosos,
better.
but not by much.
That last
He's
fight,
better
was
than
bad
that.
performance. Let's see what happens
I'm not
next with
gonna
him.
say that last fight is how Regis did. He's better than that.
Again, only because of stylistic.
Mm-hmm.
If those are fighters that they got fighters in front of them, they'll
Oh,
make
no,
for
they
exciting fights.
they gonna bust
Like
ass.
Kambosos, right? Teofimo made it that way for no reason. If he would have fought him the way he fought Taylor, Kambosos would have won one round against Teo. But no, he wanted to prove a point. I need to knock him out. Oh shit, he dropped me. He had that bravado. Oh, I gotta stand here. And it was just, that was Kambosos.
But here's the thing: if Teo didn't take that loss, he probably would have still been fighting the same way today. So he had to learn and adjust.
No,
to
which is
that.
good. It's a good
Right.
learning lesson. Don't get me wrong, but that's it. That was Kambosos' 15 minutes of fame.
I feel like
his next fight should be fucking in the chicken spot across the street.
I feel like
What?
Kambosos.
It was in Oklahoma somewhere.
Oklahoma
City.
To piggyback
It's
piggyback
fought in a fucking in a Popeyes parking
to
lot. they
piggyback
fought.
on
Fuck
what
outta
Ed
here.
said, bro, he's been through 3 trainers. When are you gonna take count and accountability of yourself? It's not the trainers, bro. It's you. It's what you're doing in the ring.
Yeah.
Bro, like it's
Check
it.
it out. Total punches landed. Maxie landed 98. Kambosos landed 90. Kambosos threw 471. Maxie threw 338. 29 percentage to a 19 percentage.
So he threw over 140 more punches than him and still
landed
landed
80 less.
And still landed 1% less.
No, 10% less.
10% less? What was
29% to 19%.
Come on. Somebody got the duffel bag the night before the fight.
we
That's
ready.
all I'm saying.
Maxie is now 26-6 with 2 draws and 5 KOs.
That would have been 8 in a row for him, though, if he would have won that
It's street
fight.
style.
It was on the what? To me, he won that, and he's gonna get a fight.
You know
though.
what, though?
Somebody call
We
him.
gotta
Danny.
shout him out
Oh,
because
yeah.
Maxie,
Shout out to Maxie.
he's got good personality.
Yes, yes.
He's
Yo,
got good
he's standing in
interference.
the ring. He's
They
about to
love him
lean.
in Oklahoma.
Lou called him
Yo,
back.
he ain't even
Lou-
shit on
Lou
him.
was like,
He
come.
was like,
He
yo.
didn't shit on him in
You know what I'm
the-
saying?
We got another fight for you, Papi.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on, man. Hold on. We're gonna bring you back, bro.
Listen. Extra 15K. Go ahead, don't talk to the microphone.
For the interview. Extra 15 for the interview.
15 for the interview. 15 for 15 minutes.
That's it.
With that performance, though, we don't know where George Kambosos will go.
Yep,
That
that's exactly
performance.
Kambosos.
What's that?
That's exactly
Right
the
there.
sound of Kambosos. You feel me? Right there. There it goes.
That's it.
Kambosos.
Former
That's
lightweight
so-
champ.
You know what
He's
I mean?
at top rank. There's a lot of
Yeah.
smoke over there. Keyshawn, the businessman, was on the undercard.
Yeah.
Keyshawn, the businessman, was on the undercard. Him and Kambosos are both lightweights. I would like to see that if none of the big guys are going to give Kambosos a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk that business, man.
So man, Keyshawn, we already know silver medalist. Andy Cruz beat him for that gold medal, right? Keyshawn, man, he looks like the goods, man. He fought a rugged veteran, a European, another one that came in who proved to give, he
Experience.
looked a lot of experience because
Lot of
Keyshawn
experience.
looked a little flustered there, but he adjusted. His hands weren't that active. But you know he picked his spots.
Man.
He did the Floyd Mayweather
shoulder roll.
right, and then right down Broadway. Man. That was
beautiful.
Snot out of
That was beautiful.
Fuck, he was his
That was
snot
beautiful.
came out real beautiful.
Francisco Patera.
Patera. Yeah, Patera.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Look, man,
10
Keyshawn.
round on unanimous decision.
No,
That was his first 10 rounds.
He
First 10 rounder.
He hasn't lost a round as a pro. 9-0 now. Keyshawn, what I'll say for him, please give him Ken Bosa's, please. So he can fuck him up. Please. Get his ass
10
out of
seconds.
here. But the only thing I would say, I mean, I can't knock him. I know he won title shots. My brother, just take it easy.
Yeah.
It'll get there. You on your way.
Mac told him that.
Yeah, he's on his way, bro. Keyshawn, to me, is the goods. I'm not saying he's gonna be a superstar. I'm not saying he's the next one. But based on the eye test and based on what I've seen skill-wise and his maturity, for less than 10 fights, man, this kid could go far, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing him. And I hope they put Gambosas in, Keyshawn, and break that boy, please.
Keyshawn Davis, he's 9-0 with 6 KOs. Won a unanimous decision, his first 10-round fight.
Yeah, man. Listen, that's my guy, businessman. I like his demeanor.
Businessman.
He seems like a student of the game too. And you know the camp he's in, he's over there with Shakur. He gets to see Bud. He gets to see Big Baby.
Damn.
You know, so he's around dogs. He's around greatness. So it's about how he soaks it up.
Yeah.
Like Sean said about the fight, it was a good fight for him because it's a first 10-round fight, and then you're going against a solid veteran that's going to challenge you. Similar to the Burgos, when Cruz, you know what I'm saying? Even though that was Cruz's first.
Keyshawn fought Burgos too this past December.
And they went the distance. So as far as the performance, I like the way that he started to figure it out. Like he didn't just get frustrated and then start doing shit that he ain't supposed to do or getting outside the game plan. It's like he found something eventually,
10 seconds.
And then, like he said, when he hit him with that move, it was like, this is what I was working on.
And that was in the 8th round.
And that was the 8th round. Another thing is, he got to step up that killer instinct too, right there. You know what I'm saying? And similar to, like I said, Cruz, it's hard to not talk about both of them because they lined up together historically. But as far as the potential goes, it's off the, you know what I'm saying? It's plenty of potential, and I expect nothing but great things from Keyshawn.
You want to get some in on the business, man, before we get to the main event?
Of course, that's my guy. Let's talk about it.
Talk about it. Mo,
Listen,
heavyweight champ.
Keyshawn, man, great performance. Even though you messed up parlays, you admitted it. Still my guy. You know everybody was going for the knockout. Listen, his last, was that 9-0?
9-0 with 6.
9-0? He's
Last
had
3 is
a
going to
KO,
decision.
stoppages last 3 or 4 fights. You know what I'm saying? But he apologized to everyone. It takes a real man to do that. But he did a lot of technical, sound movement in that fight. Very patient. He was picking his precise punches, good ring movement, head movement, like you said, Sean, the shoulder roll, like bing, bang, bang, like that was like textbook. Like they can't get no better than that. It just shows where he's working in the camp with Bo Mac, with Shakur. Even after the fight, Shakur gave him tips like what he should
10
do.
seconds.
Continue to do what you need to do. Relax on the title. It's gonna come to you. It's gonna come to you. It's gonna come to you. Continue to keep building your portfolio. Keep building your fan base, because when you do get that title shot, you want that big bag so you can provide for you and your family, and you ain't got no worries. But great fight to a veteran guy, and can't wait to continue seeing you. And I'm definitely rooting for you all the way.
Norfolk, Virginia, you know him and his brother also, Calvin Davis. They both doing their thing. They both rocking. Keyshawn is only 24 years old. Again, they saying he's the one. He's getting a lot of the hype. He's in the Shakur camp. He's in the Bud camp. He has the best promoter of all time for me, you know what I'm saying? Top Ranked Boxing, ESPN. He's co-main eventing.
He's in good hands over there.
At 9-0. You know he's co-main eventing already. He's getting a lot of slot time on television. The title.
I likes him a lot.
You'll be champion. I know you. The eye test says you'll be champion. How many divisions? How far? He's a big kid.
He's big. I can see him at 147.
Definitely.
That's where it goes from there, you know?
I see him out there getting up
And
to
you know,
about
35, 40, 47, 44. Listen. He's a big kid. He's only
25.
24 years old.
Still growing, man.
Yeah.
Still growing, still learning the game, still becoming a student.
And he's around them great fighters, man. Iron sharp as iron.
He got no choice.
So let's see, man. He just gotta stay level-headed.
Listen,
man.
you in there sparring with Big Baby Anderson. You got some. You in there doing something.
Fellas, it's time for the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the
We should have
undisputed
had some theme music loaded.
welterweight champion.
Let's get it on.
You heard?
Let me show you had that, James. We need that X.
There will
man.
be a coin flip from what I'm reading over here to see who's gonna walk out first, who's gonna walk out second.
Is it the day of, right? Is it the day of?
Coin flip will be determined.
probably
A
the day
walkout when they
before.
meet. Yeah, probably be that
The
night.
weigh-in.
Or it could be that night. I
That's gonna
don't.
be that night.
Who
bro.
knows?
What's wrong with it?
Man, if I'm a
This is
fight,
news from Mike Coppinger, ESPN, y'all. That's
Man,
my guy.
listen, I got 3, you got 1. You come out first, boy. That's it.
Yeah, I would think
I
Spence
wouldn't
would come
mind
out
that neither. I mean,
second.
but you know, but
It's
I understand.
showtime.
I understand.
But trying to be on his diva mode.
I understand. Not never a diva. Watch your mouth.
trying to be
You
a
know
diva.
what I mean?
Yo.
Never a diva. Watch your mouth.
It's getting
Hold on,
tense in here.
hold on.
You know
Uh-oh.
what I mean?
Uh-oh.
Waiting for you to come out the
You
woodworks.
know what I mean? You
Hold
don't
on.
know.
Wait
Hold
till you
on,
Hold on. Spence got 3 titles. He's
Yeah.
the Showtime fighter, PBC.
Yes.
He's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
on the pay-per-view. He should have that.
You should have that. That's why
Give it to him. I wouldn't even debate it, bud.
But
But
your man's, no.
Fuck that.
He want
It
to act
is
like
what
he
it
about
I'm
is.
coming to disrupt shit over here.
That's all right. He gonna
Y'all
act like
need me more than I need y'all right now.
he gonna act like all
You
my
feel
children.
me?
My boy gonna send
You
him
know
to a
what I'm
general
saying?
hospital.
Nah, I
When
doubt
it's
it.
all
I doubt
said
it.
and
We
done.
don't
You
watch
feel me?
soap
Hold on.
operas.
Save it.
We don't
Save
watch
it.
soap operas. We go hunting. It's a
since
difference.
we the
Ding, ding,
challengers,
ding, ding, ding. Hold on.
since we the challengers somewhat, right? Like they want to say we both champions. This Team Bud over here, that's Team Spence, ladies and gentlemen. Team Bud, Team Spence. Since we so-called the challengers, right? We had to come over to Showtime PBC. We gonna get our pieces off first. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Uno,
Do what you do.
go ahead, man.
Uh-oh. This
got-
for months,
Uno.
the build-up.
I mean, you know,
We
this-
got
this.
Listen, man.
Tell me,
you know,
what this means to the sport to you. Tell me, what do you want to see come fight night? Tell me how you see either man winning.
Bro,
you
what it
got
means
a
to the
whole
sport.
round, 3 minutes on
what
this
it means
shit.
to the sport, we all know. You know what I mean? All biases aside, this is great for the sport. This is the
Absolutely.
biggest thing
Let's
in
try
the
to for
sport.
boxing, man.
It's the
Beautiful.
biggest thing in the sport. It's the biggest thing that could happen. And it's like consensus. It's unanimous.
A lot of
If you
families is
ask
being divided on
anybody that watches
Saturday.
boxing, ask anybody that matters in boxing, this is the fight. So it's huge. And it should open up the door for even more big fights to come, which they
For the
are
future
coming.
of boxing.
They get lined up as you know as we speak.
Yeah.
As far as the fight goes, I mean, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to both sides, man. Like I said, they respect each other. You know what I'm saying? Fighters, take some notes from this, man.
Yes.
You can respect each other and still want to beat each other up.
Absolutely.
Respect each other and say, you know what, we're going to get this bag.
Yes.
Let's communicate. You know what I mean? Let's not be on like, because really, if we was talking, if either one of them was being divas, then this shit probably would never happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, y'all fighters need to stop being divas. Y'all can maybe just reach the level that they about to reach.
Maturity, right.
As far as the fight goes, man, I mean, I know who I'm proud of it, man. I've been saying this, man. Listen, man. It's Team Bud. It's Team Bud. He don't even smoke. So, you know, it's Team Bud.
Neither of them smoke.
You know,
neither of them smoke.
And listen, you know, it's like
Neither
big,
of them smoke.
it's big game hunting. You know, it's big game hunting. Only thing is like, you know, salmons, tunas. Like I say, it's like a bear at the water during the spring. And, you know, the salmons, they jump out, right? And they think they get in the way, and they get caught every time. You know what I mean? Like they get caught every time. You know what I mean? So it's like it's pretty simple how this is gonna go. And it's crazy because now I'm just even more confident how it's gonna go. See, before I was saying split decision. You know, you know, it might get ugly enough for your man. It might get ugly enough for your man that they may have to step in, man.
Hey.
They might have to step in. I say 10, maybe 10th or 11th. They might have to step in. Because see, the one thing we don't know, and listen, I'm gonna give him this. The one thing we don't know, which we said that he's so great, the one thing we don't know is, what is he gonna do when what he does doesn't work?
What you gonna do when punk comes?
I'm curious to see it.
Run.
And that's the X factor because I'm not saying he doesn't have the ability. Spencer's elite, top class fighter. So I'm not saying he doesn't have the ability, but We want to, because you're gonna have to do some different things. We've seen, as much as they can say about Bud, we've seen him be in positions where he had to do different things. We've seen him be in positions that he did things to make the fights more difficult for himself. Since y'all saying he was fighting nobodies, started the fight completely southpaw just because. It's like, okay, you know what? You know what I mean?
10 seconds.
So I just feel like that X factor is gonna be the main key. The smarts in the ring, the patience both fighters show, the poise. The wills are gonna be there. That's no question for either fighter. The wills are gonna be there. But yeah, I'm going Team Bud. Possible stoppage, TKO, 10th, maybe 11th. Yeah.
Possible TKO, maybe 10th, 11th. I like it. I like the sound of that.
Hey,
This for boxing again. This is history in the making. Tito Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya were undefeated welterweights who unified. Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman were undefeated welterweight champions who unified. This is another undefeated, two Americans. Ray Leonard wasn't undefeated. He had his first loss to Roberto Duran, but he only had one loss when he fought undefeated Tommy Hearns, and they unified the welterweight division. That's probably one of the best welterweight fights ever, like.
What a fight. Watch that fight every time. History. Every time.
These guys, I'm hoping that they deliver in that form as well. I really dream and picture it being Hearns and Leonard again with these two guys. Those styles that they possess. Crawford has more tools to me. Spence got a mean fucking jab. Like Danny Garcia was like, he couldn't get that shit in his, it's heavy and it snaps. Mikey Garcia, it snaps, it's in your face. He's aggressive, he's relentless. He's been through car crashes and that ain't stop him. He's beating the champs. He ain't fighting for no vacant titles. He ain't fighting for the number one guy for a vacant title. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fighting substitute champs. He's beating the champions and taking their titles. Errol Spence is a bad motherfucker, man. I like him a lot. I liked him since I first saw him in the Olympics. And Terrence Bud Crawford grew on me. I didn't really like Crawford in the beginning, but he grew on me throughout his lightweight and 140-pound run. He hasn't fought anybody with the names and the record of Spence at the welterweight division, but he has stopped everybody that he fought in the welterweight division, including Sean Porter, who nobody stopped.
Correct.
Who gave Earl the fight of his life, but styles make fights. I'm not comparing them just to that. Kell Brook is also another opponent that they shared, and we rinsed him quick, and this guy finished his career when he broke his other eye, you know what I'm saying? And Spence went across the pond for that fight, you know?
First title, too.
They both went across the pond for their first titles. They both have that also in them. They don't got no problem. They did that. Spence is more of the superstar to me, though, right? Yeah. If Spence wins, I think it does so much more for what he can draw with the eyes, with the views, with the pay-per-views in boxing. He could probably get himself a Canelo fight.
For his brand.
Yes. Bud, for us, hardcore, know the sport, then his flowers is there now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's the man. But outside of the casuals, they're going to be like, okay, so this Terrence Crawford guy won. All right, we'll hope to see him again soon. Spence has more of a bigger name. You know, he carries more of the weight on this. But Bud is 39-0, guys. He's 39-0 with 30 knockouts. He cracks, dog. So if y'all thinking that he don't, Copy heard you. He's been wobbled a little something. We seen it. Nothing happened, though. He didn't hit the floor. He wasn't getting beat to in the corner, refereeing, none of that. He adjusted, he picked it up, and he put Gamboa the fuck out.
Should have been counted a knockdown against Kavaliakis.
Kavaliakis put him down. I believe that was a knockdown.
That was a knockdown.
I'm a Bud Crawford. I believe it was. I believe it should have been called.
This is some neutral shit. It's nothing. I mean, he ate that. He got back up.
Even if it was, he would have been told go right. He would have given a count, and he came back out.
But no.
And dominated.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He finishes the show.
Terminator, man.
He finishes the show. He closes the show. He's 35 years old. And I'm Team Bud Crawford come Saturday night. I want to see an action-packed fight. And again, Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, he stopped him late. I could see Bud stopping Spence late. And again, I take nothing away from Spence. That's my ninja. It's my guy. I see him winning as well, but he's not going to win. And he can be stopped late. If Crawford sets that trap and hits you with them long ass arms that he got, blackout. You feel me? You seen Jose, he snapped it, his neck went like, he got hit with an uppercut and his neck was on his shoulder, dog. Like, how you put a ninja neck on his shoulder, dog? Off an uppercut, blow, and he was on the floor. Talk your shit, Mo. Go ahead, Team Spence.
First. I'm gonna let you start off. Tag
Sure.
team chance right now. Let you start it off.
WBC, the WBC.
Let my brother started off.
WBA. I don't got the IBF title, y'all. And we even got the WBA.
We gonna get those.
But those are two of the straps that he possesses. Talk your shit, maniac.
Nice, man.
Man, wow. First of all, man, just for us all boxing fans, man, it's a treat. This is a fight we've been asking for years. And it's finally here. Uno's making a good point, man. These two fighters are gentlemen. We see them try to trash talk. We could tell that's not who they are. Little jokes here and there. That was cool. But at the end of the day, these guys is businessmen. They put on that suit and tie and they get to work. That's all they know, work. And come Saturday, I expect nothing different from them doing what they do. And that's work. You got Crawford, right? Crawford's the more athletic fighter, right? He got the better footwork. He's gonna try to use different angles. He's gonna have to. You know, Spence as well. Spence is flat-footed, but he has solid footwork. He likes to come. He likes to work off that jab. He's a lefty, bro. He got that, and he has that. His body work is crazy. My thing is this. I think Spence, he needs to have a cerebral approach. He got to come in there, chill, don't get reckless. Because what Crawford possesses, right, he's one of the fighters, if all the boxing, that knows how to adjust late in fights, right? He knows how to adjust. This is the way he dropped the Porter. This is the way he dropped these fighters. And they both slow starters. Remember that. They both slow starters. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to start off first, right? Normally, third, fourth round is when these dudes really start cooking. They put that heat up, you know? So, shit. Man, this is just, it's crazy, man. I'm just glad I'm going to get the witness to see this fight. Right? It does. It really does, man. Look, I'm a Spence fan. I've been a Spence fan since I heard about him in the Olympics. I saw his first pro fight. I remember Al Heyman threw a car, all of them. Him, Jamal Herring, Terrell Goucher. I think Wilder.
Carissa, they was all
there
on
was like
Wilder,
10 of them.
Wilder wasn't on that team.
Not Wilder, sorry. But
they was all on that team.
They were all there. And I say, yo, this dude, he's gonna be special, right? But we seen him car accident, right? We haven't seen Spence in adversity in a fight. He hasn't been hurt, right? We seen Crawford rock. We seen him
Spence
come
got
back.
rocked on Showtime,
Who?
Showbox.
Let's Showbox.
He got shot early in his career. Some dude hit him with a clucker and
all right,
the bell hit just in time.
I'm talking about as of late.
One shot.
No, he hit him. Nah, but he laughed. That shit, that was
I don't think he was hurt.
I want to see if Crawford hurts Spence, how he's going to react. Because one, Crawford, to me, even with the monster, is still the best finisher in boxing, right? Is Crawford going to outbox Spence? I don't know. Is Spence going to outbox Crawford? I don't know. This is going to be a chess match, guys, to me. I know we all call it knockouts, which that's a possibility. That shit can happen.
I would love a knockout.
I think these fighters are going to really show fucking intelligence. Excuse my language again. I'm sorry. It makes me curse. But the problem is that these fighters they know. I think it's going to be a lot of respect come Saturday. Is it going to be a fight at times? Absolutely, right? It's going to be like, boom, 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 let me get up out of there. You know what? They both going to taste that, and they both going to say, I don't like that. That shit don't taste good. So let me stay out here. But I would say this. Now let's get to the winner. My heart is saying Spence, but my money is saying Crawford, right? I'm Team Spence. Trust
Spence
me.
is the underdog on the betting lines.
I will say that as soon as that bell ring, I will not sit down.
Crawford is the favorite,
I will be
ladies
on
and
my
gentlemen.
feet the whole fight. I hope Spence wins. I don't care how he does it.
Excuse me.
I just hope that regardless who wins, it's a definitive win, right, guys? No one gets robbed. I don't want to see Crawford get robbed. I don't want to see Spence. Hope it's not one of them fights. Come on, bro. You know he won. Yeah, he right. Nah. We want a definitive, clear winner so we can say, yo, we don't need to argue about he got robbed. We want to say, yo, are they going to run it back? Yes or no? So with that being said, I just think Crawford's ability to adjust more. I think on his tool belt, he has more than just a hammer. He has the wrench. He has the screwdriver. He has the nails. He has the measuring tape. I think Spence has them too, but he might be missing a tool, one or two tools. And I think that's going to be the difference. I think it's going to be close. I just think Crawford's going to win the championship rounds, and that's going to get him a split decision. I hope I'm wrong, man. I hope Spence
Crawford
wins.
going to get? Oh.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But I'm
28-0, Mo. 22 knockouts. He's 33 years old, 72-inch reach, 5'9". He's taller, but he got a shorter reach. Crawford's shit is like 74 inches. And Crawford is about 35. Spence is 33. These guys are in... Yeah, you know, this is the time to make the fight. You know, you can't get any older than this right now.
Because I know Mo, I got to give them both back.
No, I'm going to sit right here.
No, you unify.
I feel like my man was tainted over here. I feel like somebody dropped off a nice package last night and changed his decisions. But we're going to leave that as it is. I'm just saying. Yeah, but we're going to get to the nitty gritty.
Yo, don't look under the
When it comes to Crawford, at the end of the day, everybody asks me, who's number one? There is no number one right now. Number one to be found out Saturday night. Both great fighters, both amazing fighters.
So anyway, still.
I'm Team Spence.
Number two?
I got him in top three.
Okay, my bad.
I got something to say.
I got him top three. Both amazing fighters. Both bring what they bring to the table. Can't take nothing away from Crawford and what he's done, being undisputed at 140.
140.
And then
Looking for his second undisputed crown.
135. What he had? Two straps.
Can he get it before Inoue?
Unified
at 135.
Can he get it before
Undisputed
Inoue?
at 140. So you cannot take that away. Right there, that's already record book status. But he has not come across anybody like Spence. He hasn't come across that nitty gritty will. He hasn't come across that I'm gonna break your will and your manhood. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. It might not be clean, but I'm gonna do what it takes to get done.
Take his manhood, man.
I don't know.
When you look at this, I look at it like, I've heard people say this, and it's a great comparison. You got Crawford, who's Kevin Garnett, and Spence, who's Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamentals. And we all know who got more chips when it's all said and done. You ain't gotta be fancy doing the Euro step and all that. I could just beat you.
Crawford got more chips.
No.
Crawford got
I
divisions.
said more chips when you talk about Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett comparison.
Well, if you talking about these,
I'm talking about the fundamental aspects of the game. When it's all said and done, we're gonna have a great fight. Now we're gonna jump over to Spence and what he does. Great jab, keeps his hand tight. He's not a typical guy that when he throws the jab, it's out. He pops it, pulls it back, and keeps that guard tight. One of the best coaches in the game, you know what I mean, who was an actual fighter himself. You already see his stable and caliber of fighters, so he's already amongst the best. His will is, anything about them Texas boys, their will is different. You know anything about, let's take it back. You know anything about a Jamaican, you know the will can't be broken. My man Spence is Jamaican as well.
so he gonna roll that butt up.
You know
gonna light
he
that
gonna do
shit.
everything that he has to do to get that fight. Everybody that he kept his word. He said, I'm gonna go across the street, I'm gonna get all of these straps, I'm gonna beat them. Once I get that strap,
that's what I like so much about Spence.
At the end, he kept his word, and Bud had to say it. And at the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, whoever wins, you got to give that man his respect because he kept his word. No matter how many years it took for him and Bud to get to this point, it got there. They both at a good peak. They both are gonna sell. They sold the fight without getting, like Uno said, without getting crazy and disrespectful.
Just trying to strap
Boxing,
up,
take
you
notes
heard?
of it. But
Time
I
to
got
strap
my
up.
boy going,
Help
winning
me
the
out,
fight, and I got it by a TKO.
Oh, the guns is too big. You
I want to
heard?
hear the truth. TKO stoppage. It's okay. You ain't got to touch me right now. TKO stoppage.
I'm listening.
10th or 11th round. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so we got the same thing.
Yeah, but I got my boy stopping him 10th or 11th round, and then after it's all said and done, I got your man gonna go see eye doctor and get that surgery done. 'Cause something else getting broke.
I doubt it.
Something getting hurt.
You see,
But here's the thing about Crawford though.
So you may watch that live.
He has dropped it. He has gotten dropped, right? And he has gotten up. But one thing about Spence, when he hits you, it's like the old, it's like that old torture drill where they tie you to the table, they drop the water on the same dot over and over and over and over. Eventually, it gets to a point that water drop. It ain't how it's just the consistency.
Shit breaks?
It'll go straight through it goes straight through your skull, straight through your brain. You die instantly. And that's what he's gonna do. Precise, constantly, precision. If you look at all his last previous fights,
Eventually he breaks you, huh?
he breaks you down, man. You ever see what happens when you get a horse, the stallion, they don't know how to act, what they go in there, the horse wrangler gets them, he breaks them. You know what I mean? He turn him from a Mustang and turn him to a little pony.
Check this out,
And that's
man.
what's gonna happen. He gonna take your man from a Mustang and break him down to a little my pony.
Check this out, check
And
this
that's how I'm
out.
feeling. The first four strap,
Welterweight champ,
undisputed champ at 147. Errol, the true Spence. Errol, the
Errol
true,
got much better
AKA
when he
the
say
big fish.
40-0.
Errol got
And
Chris
yeah, on this
Algieri.
side,
31 knockouts.
You're right. I don't.
Check
And
this.
it's gonna be 29 and 20.
sounds much better.
Look,
40.
20.
yeah.
40-0.
century.
31 knockouts.
It sounds good. Then you wake up.
Hey, yo, you know what this was like?
Wait, hold on. 29 and 0.
This is like a
29
Komodo
wait,
dragon.
29 and 0. 23
See?
knockouts, right? And then when it's all said and done,
I hear you.
you're right. I don't
hear
smoke.
you.
You're right.
Ring the bell.
Hold on,
Ring the
hold
bell.
on.
Ring
Hold on,
the
yeah.
finish.
Hold on.
Let him finish.
You're right. And I gotta agree with you. I gotta agree with you. Something you said earlier. Oh,
let me agree
no,
with
because
you
you're
on
right.
first.
Hold on.
I don't smoke bud. You're right.
Hold
I
on.
don't smoke bud, and I don't eat shellfish either. I'm allergic. So keep that crawfish over there. You already know what's coming home.
Yo, Jay.
All straps.
Hold up, Jay.
All straps.
Who you got,
Texas,
Jay?
baby.
Who you got?
Who you got, 40? Yeah, talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
It's a tough decision.
Come over here, man. Come on.
The man behind the
Hold it
scenes.
down.
The man behind the scenes.
Sit down, man.
Man behind the scenes, man. We're gonna talk about it.
Get in there. Yeah. I think my fault, player.
This
is
hold up.
Oh yeah.
This is the champ behind the camera. Production is being run by 40 Century.
Yes, sir. In the building, appreciate it. This is gonna be a major fight. Oh shit.
Oh, see?
Yeah. All right, my bad. It's gonna be a major fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Let me
It's gonna
throw you this one.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Strap him up.
You know what I mean? Strap up. I don't know, man. I've been thinking about this for a while. When it comes to both fighters, I feel like it's gonna come down to coaching. And I think that's the most underrated part of this fight. Both are phenomenal fighters. Both are very tactical. I'm not really too familiar with the coaches, so I'm a casual fan. So I don't, I'm not really too into the intricacies of the whole boxing arena thing. But if I had to pick based off what I've seen both fighters do in the ring, I'm gonna have to go Spence, man. I'm gonna have to go Spence. A part of me wants to call a stoppage. A part of me wants to call a stoppage.
Here he says Spence. He's been said Spence.
Yeah.
He already said Spence people.
It's
It's just the first time on camera.
It's not like he's breaking the ice or anything like that.
It was all theatrical, right?
We good.
But it's gonna be a legendary fight. This is gonna be the fight that We're gonna want to play video games on. We're gonna want to watch this with the kids. We're gonna
That's a
rewind this 20 years from now. This is gonna be a fight that's gonna pause boxing and have everybody just appreciate the sport for what it
The fact
is.
that you said that, yo, EA Sports, man,
Yo,
bring it
next
back.
cover, the next
do it.
cover.
Yo, that could be the cover.
Let's
That's
make
the
it
cover.
happen.
That's the cover.
Let's get Spence in there. Let's get Crawford
Spence,
in
Bud,
there. Let's get
have
Tank
them
in there.
the
Let's
two
get
biggest, and then have the fighters trickle down. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, bring it back, man.
Yeah,
we
man,
love that
word.
game. Bring it back, man.
There's just moments of history that just makes the world pause for a moment, and this is gonna be that fight.
Saturday ain't gonna be no crime. It's gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No.
gonna be. Everybody gonna be in their house at a certain time.
Yo.
It's gonna be quiet out
You're
in the
gonna be
streets.
somewhere.
You're gonna be somewhere.
and you're gonna have no choice but to
Crime
watch
rate
the
gonna
fight.
be at an all-time
It
low.
don't even matter if you don't want. Yeah.
All-time low for the crime rate.
We don't need to put the sign for Batman. He gonna
Nah. Batman gonna be in the house in the cave
Word.
already. Him and
In the
Alfred.
Justice League.
Him and Alfred in the Justice League gonna be chilling up in the
They
cave.
already got their fight
With the
party
projector
planned.
on, like, yo,
You know what I mean?
we
They got
got it.
their fight party planned already.
It's already set. Alfred cooking up the
Bruce
goods.
Bruce got it.
Alfred
got it
cooking
at
up
the
the
mansion.
goods.
Bruce
You know what I'm
got it.
saying? So,
Definitely.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
definitely
July
gonna-
29th, man, it's gonna be spectacular. And you already know we doing it big. Four
yes.
corners.
Four corners.
This is what we
Come
do,
out.
right? This is what we
Fight
do.
night.
It's another event. I think it's the third of this year.
Yeah, third one. First one we did was
we revving back up though. It's not just the third. You know what I mean? This is from the reconstruction, the rebuilding.
Yes.
This is the third event of this year
this
alone.
year.
Don't
Talk
get
about
it
it.
twisted.
First
We've
one
been
was-
doing this. We've been doing
Of
this.
this year, first one was Plant.
Yeah.
Plant and Benavidez. Second one we did Ryan and Tank.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the biggest fight of the year.
Yeah. So
Had to do it.
tune in with us, man. This is a Four Corners thing. It's a 40 Central thing, man.
Absolutely.
Listen, at the end of the
Yes,
day,
sir.
we go at each other, but we all brothers, we all love each other. We are passionate about
We can
boxing.
talk like that to each
Yeah,
other.
to each other.
Not
But
y'all.
don't let nobody else come out of pocket. Don't let
y'all.
nobody else come out
You know
of
what I'm saying?
pocket. We respect the game, we respect the fighters, and
definitely.
those who put their life on the line, because boxing is
definitely.
not to be played with.
Correct.
You don't play boxing.
You don't play boxing.
You know what I mean?
Word.
And those that are out there doing it, listen, you need to be checked. For real, for real. You need to be checked. That's out there
Y'all
playing
know
games.
what it is. Y'all know who it
Yes,
is.
sir.
Saturday, y'all know where we at and what we doing. If you need some info, check the gram. 1970. What the fuck is that?
1978. I mean 1778.
1778 Southern Boulevard. There we go. Thank
1778
you.
Southern Boulevard.
Yo,
Pull up.
1778,
Pull
that was
up.
like the independence or some shit, right?
So they had to load the guns up with the powder you.
Yeah.
George Washington's birthday.
It's strap season on Saturday. You hear me, people? You don't want to miss it,
That's
man.
what we do.
Shout out to the whole squad, man. See y'all on Saturday. Make
Pull
your
up.
picks, make your predictions. You don't want to miss it, and you don't got a wrong pick on this one. You hear me?
For real. Bang, bang.
Yo, X, I told you I got you, nigga. Yeah. This is what we do. Round one. Four corners. Four corners. Left hook. Uppercut. Four corners. Fuckers up. Come and step inside of the ring. It's four corners. Never lazy, tell you shit could get crazy. It's four corners. Illuminate the squares in your circle. It's four corners. Like it's wavy, about to blow up the market. It's four corners. Come and step inside of the ring. It's four corners. Never lazy, tell you shit could get crazy. It's four corners. Illuminate the squares in your circle. It's
Check it
four
out.
corners. Like it's wavy, about to blow up the market. It's four corners.
First up, I'm heavy ready to block. Fuck if you with it or not. I know they feel it's like when Trinidad box. Let's go to war, Mickey versus Gotti. Toe to toe up in your ring, and every blow I bring, I see it wakens up your body. Course a nigga fucking scheming. Dog with no muzzle, out he shuffle, look he fucking dream.